Hello, thanks for joining me on the Ghanaian Farmer channel. My name is Zanyonam. If this is your first time on my channel, please subscribe and share all the videos you're going to be watching. And so, welcome again to Time with Anyonam. And this week, I'm going to be sharing with you some tidbits that you need to put in place, especially for those of you who are living abroad but still want to invest in agriculture or agribusiness here in Ghana. It's very important that you put certain things in place. Farming is expensive, like I always say. Saving money for many years to go into farming is no joke. And as a result, it is very important that you do all your research, you do all your inquiries, you meet all the zits. I mean, dot your I's before you go into that space. Number one thing you need to do is to meet a consultant. For me, or from my point of view, you see, the consultant is someone who has an experience, who has the expertise, who has the skills in a certain area. And so when you meet and hire or pay for the services of a consultant, he or she would go out of their way to help you set up the farm, from deciding on location to advising you on what you can produce, to helping you acquire the needed certificates that you need to be able to sell either domestically or internationally. Consultant can help you do all these things. It can even help you with hiring. So if you want to run a business without always 24/7, always being there, these are some of the ways. One tidbit that I would suggest is hire the services of a consultant. That is if you can afford. But if you cannot afford it, then you can start on your own. But if you're a small scale farm like a 1 acre, you can manage. You can start on your own. Get someone to be a partner, manage or see how it would go. Then you can start scaling up. But don't just go into it and scale up and not get any third party to keep an eye. Number two is to make sure you build or put in place all the structures, especially when it comes to commercial farmer. That's why I always say that when we say farm work is not always those who are on the field. The weeding, the planting, the spraying of, they are not only those who work in the farm. When we come to the farm business or agriculture or agribusiness, we have the farm manager, we have the farm supervisor, we have those who are into agronomy, we have those who are into the harvesting and the marketing, we have the digital manager, we have all these departments. So it's very important that the structures that you'll be needing to run the farm, please put them in place. Once again, if you know you are not ready to relocate from Ghana, from abroad to come and stay in Ghana, but you still want to invest in farming, please make sure you put all these structures in place. Hire a farm manager, a supervisor who will look after all the daily activities and report to the farm manager. So the farm manager step in your shoes, and then the farm supervisor report to the farm manager. Then apart from the supervisor, we have the agronomy and all this guys. Make sure all the structures are in place. Okay? When the structures are in place, you are likely 50, 60%, 70%, you are likely to run a smooth business, of course, with some pertinent setbacks. Now, number three is the kind of people you're going to work with. Hiring is very important. Okay, if you don't hire people who have the same energy, the same passion, if you don't hire people who have the know-how, who appreciate what it takes to invest money into farming, then it means that you are in for a whole lot of challenges or trouble. So the caliber of people you're going to hire to work on your farm must know, when do we apply this fertilizer? When do we harvest? When do we open the irrigation tap to give water to the plant? When is the water too much and we have to stop the water? When do we identify symptoms and apply certain? You need to hire people who know their ways, the ins and out of the work they're doing. Because in the absence of that, then you are in for a whole different ball game. All right. So I advise that Hiring also has the potential to determine if your farm business can still function 24/7, can still function successfully even without you being there. Maybe you come to Ghana twice in a year. In that 6 months of your absence, your farm must always and be able to run successfully if you have those things in place. Number 4 is leveraging on technology. It's showering again, it's drizzling. Leveraging on technology, security. I went to a farm in Uganda, and the owner of the farm lives abroad. Now, the farm manager told me, you see that plant? So the farm manager knows, you see this tree? There's a security camera on this tree. So every visitor who comes, my farm owner will see it. When there is any harvest going on, he sees it. When he sees everything all the way from where he is, and he will question him on why this is happening. What are you doing about this? What are you doing about that? And this and that. So investing or leveraging on technology is very important. Okay? Leverage on technology like security, ways of checking the security, ways of checking record keeping. Have these things. If it's done here in Ghana, it reflects at your end. You will see. If there are certain protocols that are not being followed, you would see. Make sure you demand for accountability from whoever is in charge of the business. That is the farm manager, you hold them responsible. The farm supervisor, you hold them responsible. All the leaders, hold them responsible. Especially these lessons or these tips is for those of you who want to go big. The big poultry farms, the big coconut farm, the big plantain, cassava, potato, the big vegetables. If you want to go big, but you cannot be there 24/7, make sure that you demand for accountability. Leverage on technology, and you can be able to monitor. I am going to eat banku. All right. So it's very important that you do that. Now let's look at another thing is monitoring and maintaining the quality of your work and outsourcing and delegating. Now, you can't do everything. You have to delegate your responsibility. Okay. Now, when you are delegating your responsibility, you should be sure you are delegating to somebody who can offer the same level of excellency like you would do to your consumers or your customers, that your absence will not even be felt. So don't just go and hire. Don't just delegate your responsibility. Make sure you are giving to someone who can do and deliver 100%. It is very important. As a farmer, even if it's 1 acre or 2 acre, these things can still apply. Okay? If you have 1 acre or 2 acre and you have one farm manager and you have 2 workers, there are 3 people. They can still be held accountable for what happens on the farm. So it is very important that maintaining the quality of work, it is very, very important. Whoever you delegate to, there should not be a drop in standard. The quality should always be at par or even above what you have done. And of course, gather many referrals that would help you to improve. So if you come twice to Ghana, when you come, try and ask your farm manager, or who are the buyers of our okra, our potatoes, our pawpaw, our coconut, who buys them? Where are they? Can you take me to them? Can I meet them? Can I talk to them? Go for feedback. Go and ask for, how they are being treated. How are they being catered for? How are things going? It's very important. When you do these things, you are in for a long haul. Your business will run. You would be able to sustain your business for a long time, and there will be no problem. Okay? So please, make sure that you work with feedback. Work with feedback. If you reach out to me and I couldn't reach out back to you, if you call me, you don't get me, text me. If you text me and I don't reply immediately, I'll reply later. If I forget, send me a reminder. We are in this together. At times, I come to reply a message after 2 weeks. It's not deliberate, but there are a lot of messages I'm responding to at the same time. And so you do it step by step. There will be setbacks, there will be shortfalls. By the end of the day, it is for you to grow. Hey, Thank you very much for watching. My name is Enyonam. This is Moment with Enyonam, and this tidbit I'll be bringing them every now and then. Some of them I'll record in the studio. Anytime I find myself on the field, I'll let you, enjoy some tidbit to help you run. But these are some ways I think that you can run your farm business, your agribusiness, or the farm you want to do 24/7, even if you are not available. So at this juncture, the farmer we came to visit was gracious enough. Hey, let me put this one here. He was gracious enough to prepare some banku, some banku for us. Apart from giving us fresh coconut to drink, he's giving us some banku. Oh Jesus! Let me open this. Let me see chicken and egg. And let me see this one too. Oh, it's the same thing. All right, so we're going to enjoy ourselves before we go back to Accra. Thank you very much. I love you. Bye bye.